check out the full version and upgraded version as well. This is 8 plus race, which means that there are no plastic pieces except that they have a defense system on their home planet, and it is not militaristic at all. They don't have any they do not attack anything, and I will close the window. Their whole old perspective is to spread the faith of to the galaxy, and from that they get influences. The numbers are influences, and then they have faith numbers here as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which they use for mainly to do miracles. The rest of their stuff they use for the actions, cause influences, and that's the basics. But of course, there's quite a lot of cards here, so I'll go through them. They have all of the other races have a card which have a short description on it, and on the other side there is the technical details. And some of them have certain requirements for them to join the Catholic faith, or that their planets can join their Catholic faith, and some do not join at all, and some join with a negative value. So every race has a value that is a positive, and then there's a negative value. The minus is known as 9, so they will never join. And your Catholics' thing is to try to get planets to join, and with that they use the value from the races to mark them on the chart. This is quite the charty gameplay, and maybe I will get it upgraded somehow, maybe not. So you mark the base value there, and then you can then all of the races can resist the faith. So if they pay 2 influences, they get a -1 to the conversion chance of Katolika. So it's marked here. Then if the Pope visits them, the conversions, their home planet, their conversion changes from -1 to +1. And then they have 3 phases of contact with Katolika. They can accept the schools, so that Katolika can build schools on them, which of course gives them +1. And then they can cooperate with the Katolika to give them certain benefits. They get empowered bureaucracy tech, which is this one, so it gets 1 influence per planet, and then they can enact the universal welfare law in systems with the cross. It's half cost, but they cannot enact more tax laws, go to the dark side, or slavery. But some races cannot go here, and some races can go here, but they cannot go to government pledge. So then they get cannot be connected. Corrupted. Corruption, and do not do any strikes, and can remove corporation corruption, and they get immune to plagues and defector action cards. Yeah, so they cannot be defected as well, and they get the prayer tech, which is influence -2 influence cost of all teching, and it replaces contemplative drugs. And systems with the cross gives 1 agent to the Catholic or owner. Besides this, because every turn a cleanup you throw, this is a not field 1, this is field 1. So every race gets marked there, and then they get pluses with time. So So also you throw one die per race to get see if you can get one more cross on them. So if the race is on plus on phase 2 or 3, then you throw more dice. So that is also a faction thing. Then you can build cardinals, which gives you a plus, and you can write a thesis against the races main objectives, because all of the races have like the main they have greed thesis. So if you write the greed thesis here, which is a certain amount of influences, then you can mark it as getting written, and that increases the chance of that race, or all of the races that has the greed thesis on them. Then the last one is the miracles. The miracles, which is after you have you gather the faith points to do the no difference in size of miracles thing. So then after that you can start investing in the faith point in miracles, and some races require a miracle for them to convert. And some, for example, heal the Crimson Rebellion. That's a miracle, and then they become rid of the chaos. And yeah, that is their thing. But other ones as well, like healing the Ankh-Fry is a miracle. That is the basics of the game. Then we have to read the things, of course. And then, yeah, okay, let's read the things. The improved conversation chance, the chart, to get the play. Okay, improved conversion chance with races to get the place crosses in their systems. They tied as a sign of faith. So the influence comes from the planet, but it does not actually decrease the influences of the races, because the tiding comes from the population, not from the people. Why is it so dark in here? Oh, okay. And but when the races, all systems have a cross on them, they have the same chance to get a ribbon on the cross. So in this, like that, oops, you just place a ribbon on it, and that means that you get the Katolika gets the agent from that one random agent from that system, which they usually give to other race, because they usually don't use many agents. But that gives some other effects as well. Random agent to the independent systems get the ribbon, they cannot join other races. That's the effect as well. If a race conversion chance is minus, and they have taken a neutral planet, the Katolikas has a 1 in 6 chance to convert one of those planets per turn. And when the race's crosses are full of ribbons, the population will pursue the government, pressure the government, who will move up one phase, or have to use 5 influences. Do not move up on one phase. So up there. But that does not apply to independent systems. And the Pope, of course, the Pope has their own vessel, this one, and they have a move of 3. The Pope can be attacked by pirates and other hostile races, and pirates demand 3 trade goods from them for ransom, which of course they get 2 of. Yeah, I told you about this. You have to place the no difference of size of miracles before you can use miracles. And no slavery. If you invade Katolika's planets, you get no resources from them. So these are the actions the Katolika can do. They can move the Pope, but that is free, and they move it for 3 hexes. but they cannot explore anything, and then they convert 3 neutral planets when they visit Megathor Rex. Then if the Pope gets killed, they can elect a new Pope for 4 influences. But all Pope visits get nullified on death. So these that have been turned to plus, some of them, goes away, which is of course bad. So you don't want your Pope to die. And I took that away. Sorry. Appoint cardinals. It costs 3 influences to point of cardinal, but 1 max per race, of course, max per turn. But you have to have the 1 cross in that race's planets to point the cardinal there, and then writing the thesis costs 5 influences, but you can place influences on the thesis. So if you have less than 5 influences, like in the first turn, you just have 1, then you can just place 1 token here for reminding you that you have 1 on there. But then there is another set of things that you can do politically. You can bless the races. And there are 10 blessings and 6 bulls that you do. So it's kind of a curse, but it's not like a curse because it's Katolika. So it costs 2. Where is it? It costs 2 influences to give 1 of these to a race. For example, bless the lawyers. The race gets 1 law action, or the race gets 1 yellow tech, or plus 1 action card that this has to be buffed. Bless the workers, plus 1 to a planet that has capacity this turn. To the planet, all the planets, or like stuff like that. And the bulls are if this is the card, this is a statistic. So the race must give 2 notes away, or discard 1 attachment from a planet or something like that. So if the Katolika doesn't feel that they are being respected or something like that, then they can give them bulls to other races. They have a limited amount of promissory notes, just 4 of them. And if they become the emperor, they close the Mega Mall Primus, and they do the June law, and all races must accept schools, which of course is quite unrealistic that they become emperors. But yeah, they have 1 trade route, and that is actually it. No, of course there are, because there are many cards. Some of them have special abilities, like the healing of the Crimson Rebellion, or enacting, have contact with witches. If the witches in the game, they have special abilities to them. And they also have special abilities concerning Woolwraith Cabal, because Woolwraiths are demons. And of course, but their nemesis is the Mirveda and the Elysium, because both of these are AI-controlled races. We get more light here. So they have problems with them because they convert the Katolika population back to not following Christ if they get their planets. So the special ability, but that's just for 2 races, because no other races have faith in them because those. And then of course there are the stop tithing thing. The races that give tithing to the Katolika can do a stop tithing law, and that means that they do not get influences from those planets. But as it's not written, but I have to clarify that actually gives them +1 to the conversion chance, because if you resist faith, then people will start following that faith more. A basic thesis of stuff. That's the whole race. It's really quite interesting. Not many times played yet. I have play tested it 4 times and modified it according to my feedback of myself. And it even has a prop, so you can have the prop with you. And that's it. Yeah, come and test it if it feels like a interesting one to play. Bye.